Welcome to the Circle of Grace One. I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. The Circle of Grace One was founded on July 2nd, 1999 AD under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. And of course, I am the host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. The Circle of Grace One is a spiritual and metaphysical ministry, and we simply do it as much as we can online. That way we can reach more people. Also, it gave birth to its own spiritual and metaphysical institute called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance, and it will be 4 years old coming up on February 2009. And I think them both together. This one is the Circle of Divine and Remembrance. Well, this is a recorded show. We were going to
Be on tomorrow, 3rd, but I have a special assignment, so I'm going to be away for just tomorrow. And I make home to give a live test. Usually I would do it on blog, TV, I put it out another way. So I won't be able to do it right now, but I'm doing it at this very moment in a pre-recorded format. Well, what we usually do with this first Sunday of every month for the Circle of Grace One is you get information under the heading of The Key to Life is Numerology and the Power of Numbers about the universal year vibration and its influence in our lives. It also gives you whatever the number is for that current universal year, and I attach it to the astrological signs, and I go into a further exploration called the Grace Keys of Remembrance, where I give you a message for each one of the 12 sun signs. So if you know your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, you can utilize all of the information that you hear. And then I do something called the Grace Keys of Remembrance, which is the second part, and a very special spiritual message. So I'm going to utilize one that's called Spirit of the Heart. When I'm also going to give you a brief original creative meditation. I've done it once here, so it'll be under the heading The Spirit of the Heart. It will be very to be able to get. You need to be in touch with me. Just email me. Circle of Grace One SPM Circle of Grace with the number one at the end at yahoo.com. You can also use the same iam.circlegrace1 at gmail.com, or you can simply email me at Bishop Francis, BISHOPFRANCIS, Bishop Francis at circlegrace1.net. And so if you go to circlegrace1.net, you'll be able to see the other contact information for me as well. Just leave a message when you call the number that you see there. Now, one of the things before we get started, let me just offer a very brief, for those that will maybe new or come here for the very first time, through divine power and by divine grace, what you hear here on this program be of assistance to you in more ways than one. May it help you in a spiritual way, a metaphysical way. May it work with you in such a way that you can employ it just about in every part of your life. And so I want each and every one of you to be blessed by the word that you hear here, by the information that comes through, and information that comes from the Angel of Grace, who is the keynote angel. She is also known as the Archangel Haniel, who is one that brings forth compassion and divine grace. And that's what I talk about all the time. Divine grace, divine love, and compassion, and specifically about awareness and remembrance. This is a great time that we're in right now. I know there's a lot of things that are going on with a lot of people, and not everybody's having a great time. But if you just gather yourself together, most people you be a supportive team, I believe that you'll have a better life and you'll have greater understanding. You'll have the compassion that's in you is going to reach out and help other people. And that's what it's about. It's about giving of yourself, being wise at the same time, but doing what you can to assist others, get someone else to be happy. It's not just about yourself, but helping other people. Like minds are attracted for reasons. You never know who you meet. To someone else, you might be an angel in their life. All right. So here we are, 2013. 2013, when we look at it, we have the number 20 and the 13 in the year itself, in this current millennium, the 2000 millennium. And what's significant about the 20 and the 13? Well, the 20 is like a Pluterian number. It is not just generating energy, but energy again, but doing it from a double. It's about transformation. Can you see yourself changing?
Transform what you to who you can be right now. Many people are speaking about the energy of the I am presence, the God presence in you. The I am, that is God, that is you. And that there's no separation. And I've been teaching that myself for the past 8 or 9 years. It's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So we're all here to share in this greater organic planet called Gaia, Mother Earth, to move forward in our lives and to help every one of us move forward. Can you see yourself moving in a greater level, being birthed in a new level, having a brand new destiny, or just taking the destiny that you do have now and expanding it in a way that it reaches more than one person? And you begin that domino effect where you touch as many hearts as you can. And there's a blessing when you can seed into seeding with finances. How about compassion, seeding with additional love, caring for a person as if that person was yourself? If you can be and show your kindness, it'll go a long way. Those are some of the many seed thoughts, ending another person's situation, a seed thought that you can plant in that person to help build them up. And then you'll find that what you do for them also is done for you. So we see that there's a master number here, and it's 33. And the number 33, in a classical sense, is the creative expression of oneself. That's right, the creative expression of oneself with the 33. 3 in the left-hand column is from the spiritual plateau to 3 in the right-hand column on into this material realm, into this physical body, into our surroundings. This is an opportunity to express who we are. It is a kind of awareness and remembrance. That's what the number 30 is about. 3 is like this number expression focus in. It is creative writing. It's learning the power of the written and the power of the spoken word and what you can do with it. Many of you out there are writers. Many of you have the ability to write a script for a TV show, for a sitcom, or a dramatic TV program, or for a movie, or for a play. You never know. Maybe you're a composer. Maybe you're writing for a comedy situation. You never know what your gifts are until you really begin to work with them and expand them. So this master number 33 is the expression and the activation of one's divine nature. That's what you want to see it at, your divine nature as it pours down from the spiritual into the material realm, into the material world. The I am of mine, the I of you and I, who you're going into, having this greater consciousness. Life brings change. It brings expansion. It's all about, we have more than just a common goal, but we have a joint goal. We have a goal, but a planetary goal going on at the same time. And there are many goals that we can achieve, that we can make work. And so it's about everybody understanding that there's a oneness opportunity of working together. We want to do more than just contemplate. We want to meditate on what we're thinking about, what we're contemplating about, and then we want to move on it. We don't want to sit too long, but you want to move on the idea. And to be in sync, or to be in time, is to find a rhythm that you have inside yourself. And this brings forth a greater solidification of ideas. This is very important. This brings forth your truer nature, your truer identity. The more you do, the more you find out about yourself. The more you strive, the more you find out about yourself. People say, don't give up. Well, I know it's not easy. Sometimes we get dragged down, tired, and we get exhausted emotionally, we get exhausted mentally, and sometimes you want to give up, and sometimes you feel like you do. But you have to find a way, move, pressed energy where you can feel uplifted, where someone could find you. You could find someone to lead you forward. So the number 6 here in numerology represents Venus, the rulers of Taurus and Libra. And I like to call numerology the shorthand of astrology. That's right, numerology
is the shorthand of astrology. And I coined that phrase way back in 1978. And I have it as one of my embedded in many of my numerology classes and courses that I've taught since 1977, 1978. I first started studying numerology in 1974, and I had a chance to be on air as a guest, the very first guest. Many of you may know him, Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn, who wrote a book called Numbers and You. Well, he had a radio show called Numbers and You on the old WLIB 1190 AM program way back in 1982. Pleased he made me guest Friday the 1st, 1982. Yes, in Harlem prior to back 1978, December the 7th, 1978, when we first met.
Quality of life is no longer in existence, but he used to call it University of Lenox Avenue, so the UC Harlem, West 125th Street and Lenox Avenue up in Harlem. We had a splendid time. Many of the great people that you hear about now were back there then, teaching right there. So I just wanted to bring that information just to let you know I've been involved in the study of numerology for a long time. I've done well over some 25 to 30,000 numerology charts in different ways, forecasts, 3-month forecasts, 1 month and 2-year forecasts. Things where different are aware of their divine self. So some of the things used to be more predictive. It's not so predictive now, but is working with is true science of transformation. And that's what this shift is, getting back to that true nature, peeling away the old third-dimensional ego, and taking a look at the bridge, the compassionate heart, the divine heart. And so these are the things that come forward. This year, 2013, can be a very good year for many people. Everything depends on your outlook. Now, we might say, well, Brother Francis, Bishop Francis, that's everybody's outlook. Well, not everybody's thinking this year is something that's going to happen for them. What I found out that you have to do, you got to lighten your load. You got to get rid of your anger. You got to get rid of your depressed feelings. You got to get rid of the bad attitude. You know, if there's someone in your life that's making a lot of money, you can't be saying, oh, that person shouldn't be making money. That person shouldn't be making any money. Or call out to the universe that said he's making any money. Think of it. We're all, the word that you put on else is going to get reflected real fast back toward yourself. The seed that you plant in someone else's life is a negative in a statement and is thoroughly and truly meant by your heart, your emotional heart. You plant that kind of seed in someone else's life, it'll sprout up in yours as well. So it's very important that we understand this. And what you want to look at is your value. What kind of value do you place on yourself? That's what the nature of the 6 is what kind of value are you placing on yourself? What kind of value are you placing on other people? What kind of value do you hold in your spouse, your mate, your fiance, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, your neighbors, your coworkers? So you have to begin, what is it worth to you? If you can find out, then you start a difference on your own things a lot differently. This means that you start understanding yourself differently. I like to think of the word understand as this. You're standing under an umbrella of something that is being proactive for you. But you're standing on something, too, that is proactive for you. So what is your foundation? What are your principles? A principle is the fundamental truth of all truths. So what principles are you living from? Excuse me, that's what you want to see with yourself. The principle that you're living from, that you're living with, that's on the inside, that kind of still in this moment here, so you can hear the message that's important. Seeing this understanding, level of spiritual consciousness, which is your I am. It's your spiritual consciousness, your awareness, and your remembrance. Is an infinite expression of God consciousness. Do you know you're in the cell of God, C-E-L-L? You're in a perfect unit in the mind, in the body, in the spirit of God, in the universe, we're saying. Just like Sananda said, he's about his Father's work. You come by him. Well, he's not talking about him personally. He's talking about the I am that he was talking to, that he was communicating with. And that's the same I am we're all communicating. It's a very infinite I am presence. And so we are moving in that direction. And because of this is a journey of greater attunement, alignment, and a growing. See, we're all grown. You got to grow. You move and then strive. As Speaker Time says, you're hungry for success. You got to want it to work. Nothing is going to work unless you get up and make it work. We all have been blessed, right? With hands, with feet, with a mouth, with a mind, and intelligence, with an understanding. And we have to learn how to work all of those tools so that we can move forward in the manner that we want to. See, this is the reality. The deepest desires that can come from on the inside will give us a newer reality. This is going to be highly important. Now, this is a 6 universal year. So Taurus and Venus, here's a special message. For Taurus, this is a +6 vibration for you. And what you need to look at is you need to look to maintain not just what your concept about money and finances is, but what your family matters are. And then, too, you're looking into what kind of career do you have. Well, this is good for people who are looking to switch career, beauty, harmony. So you see around your life, Venus, that projects beauty and harmony. 6, Venus is Libra, as well, likes the finer things. They like things that are tangible, things that they can touch. Libra sometimes likes things that are luxurious. Looks good, feels good. They can be sometimes some of the best dressers in the world. Is to look at a person under the sign of Taurus and a person under the sign of Libra. Libra has the scales adjusted, so they like everything to fit just right and look nice on them. Now, if you're under the sign of Libra, you're going to be interested in the beauty that you find in your spouse, your mate, your fiance. The beauty that you find if you're a model. And you know how to model clothes. Maybe you know how to work with makeup. Maybe you're a makeup artist. Maybe you're a cosmetologist and you work with perfumes and things. So you're going to be looking at how those things personify beauty. Maybe you're an interior designer, an interior decorator. Maybe the placement of furniture and the style, color. Maybe you're an architect. Maybe you know how a bridge should look, where it should be. Maybe you're a real estate broker. Maybe you're a contractor. You can go out and see where something should be built, a complex, a condominium, maybe a mansion, maybe a set of garden apartments or business offices. See, we have to look at what we are valuing in our lives and what's important about it. Now let's show here what the Grace Keys of Remembrance are in terms of the Grace Gems for all the signs. And let's start with Aquarius. Aquarius, for you, for the month of February, balance is good. Moderation is good. Be of good cheer now. Be good, but be loyal to your friends. People, now speak of friends. I'll have a lot of friends. But Taurus or Aquarius, you have some of the best friends. So you have this ability to attract different people from different walks of life. So you want to value them, you want to find the goodness in them, and you want to be loyal. Being loyal means you don't want to speak against them. If there's something that perhaps you don't really agree with, you might want to see it in a different light. You don't have to argue your point so that you're right, but you do want to express yourself, and you want others to hear you clearly.
Now, you also should be aware of the kind of work that you have in your life and what kind of work that you're doing. What's your career like? What are you showing an interest in? Be more involved with the public and the community at large, and think and act accordingly. Aquarius, sometimes you like to be radically different. You want to make sure that you're not being so different that you're being Aquarius, are very inventive. So try to be around other people who are very inventive, think creative. Now for Pisces,
What's good for you? This is a good time to take advantage of opportunities where your talents can come forward. You are creative writers, musicians, composers, choreographers, jewelry makers, painters, artists, draftsmen. You're able to, you're interior designers. Maybe you work in theatrical areas where you do costume and set design. Or maybe you are writing plays, things of that nature. That's very important. Maybe you write comedy routines. This is an opportunity now, as right in this winter time. See, February is the end of the winter. So what you want to do is you want to really get deep into your thoughts and begin to get ready to participate. And that doesn't mean that you have to wait for the spring. It may happen right now. This is very important. So if you got skills as a fine artist, as a musician, composer, writer, direct, dance, choreographer, out there. Maybe you're good in the spiritual areas of discipline. Maybe you're an astrologer, Numerologist. Maybe you know about dowsing. Maybe you know about the science of palmistry. Maybe you know about how to connect with spirit guides. If you got a chance to show that you can mentor a lot of people, do life coaching or teaching, this is the time for you. So you want to keep moving, and you want to keep your health up as well. Now, if you're under the sign of Aries, control your temper and watch what you say to other people. That's going to be very, very important. You're going to have to, don't let other people get underneath your skin. You don't want to let other people upset you too much. Maintain a broad outlook as much as you can, Aries. And then if you're under the Scorpio, say, don't let other people upset you. Now, if you have children and other family members, you want to work along with them and make life better for them. Okay, if you're Aries and Scorpio, this is a good time to work along with family and children. Be consistent at work and have some fun too. Get plenty of exercise. Teach others, but don't preach to them. Okay, just share your ideas. Now, we mentioned Taurus, so Taurus and Libra, here's something in addition. You got to have a clear sense of direction with family matters and money, community, and career. Do your best to be the best. This is for Taurus and Libra. Help others, but don't be condescending. Be so your words others and not hurt. We're doing 2 at a time. Gemini and Virgo. Work ethics improve. Plan for raise. Plan for promotion. Plan for new levels. That's very important. This is Gemini and Virgo. See, people are looking at your work ethics. So really work hard. I think for Gemini and Virgo, communication skills will be very important. Your health is fine. Balance is what you need in your work and in your home environment, especially any obligations. Invest in the youth. If you're Virgo and Gemini, invest in the youth. Now, if you come under the sign of Cancer, this is highly important. Cancer is sort of like Pisces. Plan parties, gathering. Look into organizations and foundations. Maybe give your own. Other groups that toward conscious race should be involved. If there's family values, be involved. Let people see how creative you can be. That's very important right now for Cancer. You want to let people know just how creative you are. You don't want to be hiding. You want to be out front. The same goes if you're under the sign of Leo. Leo, plan, but don't overthink. Okay, plan, analyze, but don't overthink it. Stay positive,
and set examples. Maybe be a mentor for someone. That's very good for Leo right now, to come forward and be a mentor. You can help a lot of people. Now, if you got a book or a movie script that you're working on, work on that book, work on that movie script. Why wait? Start working on it, because somebody is looking for something that you have. As I said for Scorpio, watch what you say. You got what it takes, Scorpio. Be persistent and positive. Think about new job opportunities that are waiting for you, just for a person like you. That's very important. Look to be in service as much as you can, Scorpio. Look to be in service. You got some healing abilities. Let other people see them. If you come under the sign of Sagittarius, now is your time. People are looking for you right now. Show your skills. You've got a lot of skills. You're very creative. You're good with family, and you're good with children. And a lot of them are listening to you right now. Capricorn, you have it so much. You got a lot of energy right now. You have it, so trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Your opportunities are getting ready to come your way. Get ready and stay ready. Others like what you have to say. Why? Because you know what you're talking about. I met a lot of Capricorns, and they know right now, the last 2 years, they got a lot of energy, they have a lot of wisdom, and it's coming out. Their awareness and their remembrances are right now. Bigger things that are important, and bigger and better and more important people about to step in destiny with you. And they're looking for someone like you.
Elders, family member, and youth love you and respect you and all that you have to offer. Now, that's highly important. These are the things that you want to be able to bring forward, because what you got to realize is there is a lot of things that are happening for you, and you want to be able to move on the opportunities as the opportunities present themselves. So let's take a look now. This is going to be a little shortened because we want to make sure you get the information. You can just simply replay it. Or if you like the actual article that I wrote with this as a teaching lesson, you can always email me and I'll email it to you. It's called Spirit of the Heart. We all have gifts. We got keys. We got treasures. We're seekers. We're of the true light. That's what the Spirit of the Heart is about. All that was, is, and evermore to be shall become ourselves in spirit fully. And the spirit in us fully is now manifesting and materializing as the higher self in the spirit of the heart. We have to keep in mind now that the higher self used to be way out here in the ethers. It's now here. It's now right here and right here. It's speaking through your eyes. It's speaking through your voice. It's listening as your ears. You have this divine consciousness here, the spirit of the heart. Do you know in ancient Egypt, they used to, when they would mummify, they'd get rid of the brain and keep the heart? They'd weigh the heart against a feather. And what they is in the heart. Your emotional intelligence is not up. Emotional intelligence is here. I'd like to share with you as you begin to think about this. How are you viewing yourself? Spirit, as in the I am presence, is living in the heart, the center of who you are, is expressing divinity right now with yourself. So you got to look at yourself as being an explorer. You got to see yourself as having the keys. The psychic nature is going to get clearer. Why? Because the heart is behind it as the foundation. The heart is making you move forward. You're not just being psychic. You're moving forward because the intuitive nature is now the key, and it opens the door and allows you to go deeper. You're beginning now to set yourself free. You're beginning to cause yourself to live life out, to live it freely in the group or collective energy, and yet step away to find out the sense and the source of your true individuality. And what is your true individuality? It is the God presence. It's the I am presence.
See, you're this multi-dimensional being now. You could use your psychic sense, you can use your clairaudient sense, you can use your clairvoyant sense, you can use your clairsentient. You can use all of these to help you understand where life is and where life is going for yourself. You can find that there's perfection all over the place. You're realizing part of a portion, infinite, that's of divinity on a greater realm of consciousness. You're realizing now that all the realms
that are happening around you are happening right now. Your past is going on now. What is called your future that you're concurring with, that's happening right now. Because if you can think about the future, that means it must be already going on. And if you're thinking about the past, it already just happened. And every moment becomes the past. And every moment that's now will become a future as you speak upon it. And then you experience it. So your divine nature, your spiritual nature is who you really are. Your I amness, your higher self. This is who you really are. And you are now moving forward with greatness. We are standing at a precipice called this millennium. And what I refer to, study this age of remembrance. I'm working to understand alive and well. You hear me at the end of the statement, which is really a decree in itself. And I've learned that through my meditations through the angel of grace, that we are alive and well. We're always moving forward. And this is essential to our growth. You know, we're growing all the time. You know, cells are being birthed in us all the time. This spirit of the heart, it determines your capacity to feel who you are and who you become. Every one of us sees means that we understand that the world we live in through the spiritual center called the heart, it is our greatest tool and our greatest bridge to comprehending new worlds while transcending old ones. See, that's what's important about living in the spirit of the heart. The spirit, the divine essence in you, is causing you to step away from the old into the new, and to recognize everything around you is always being new. During a meditation, we look toward the silencing of our thoughts that are constantly pouring from our mind, different things from our brain, from our other communities, of organ cells within every minor chakra or energy field has been quarter. The muscles remember everything. They receive filtered energy, expression, breath, colors, thoughts, images, sensations. These are elements we use as vessels to explain what we call life. And during this journey that we call life, the heart, this muscle, this energy center, is consciously giving us news. Our bloodstream carries cells. Our bloodstream carries information. So, you know, information in your blood cells is going through all your organs and going through the brain, washing the brain. So you're getting information all the time. You're getting impulses, electrical impulses happening all the time. You're getting magnetism going off with you all the time. So you want to understand that you, the heart and the spirit in the heart, are. That's why I say that you're the gift. The key, you're a treasure, you're a seeker, you're an explorer. You're being victorious in understanding who you are in the field of energy that is conscious, going with divinity. So let me give you a journey here. Original Creative Pathwork Meditation that I have, called the Spirit of the Heart. I'm a variation of it. To me, my creative showing you how to create higher bridges of awareness so you can have higher realities. So it's about creating bridges to new realities.
and giving you an opportunity to maintain that higher bridge of reality in your life. Everything is coming to you. Everything. You don't have to really run after anything. So I want you to take a deep breath right now. So this can assist. Seated in the yogic position, do so. Full lotus, half lotus. You amp up your sound and lay down on your bed.
I want you to pause with your exhalation or inhalation breath. You don't have to hold it 8 or 12, just breathe. See yourself now seated in a chair if you can. Sit on a big couch. Place your tongue to the roof of your mouth so you have a circuit up there over the front. If you want, you can say a peace in it or protection. The light that you, energy that you breathe in, and the mind and the heart of God, and it's always protecting you. You're standing in the field of that light at all times. So you feel oneness. You feel grounded. You feel centered, at one with Mother Earth, and feel one with the heavens. See yourself now rise out of where you're seated in your journey, in your heart, in your mind. And as you do begin to feel this happening to you, you feel the energy that all around light, air, and energy. And that this air and energy is flowing through you around, and it's soothing. All around you is a beautiful sky. Okay. There's a golden white light. This golden white light is in the form of flecks moving around. Some are moving slowly. Some swing in front of you. You begin to see this golden white expand and forms to a doorway. Without you thinking, you're able to open it with to move hands. It feels like you, and it becomes like this mirror of light. This golden white light is a reflection, and it holds the physical image of yourself with your eyes brimming with light. So imagine that. Feel the presence of that. Don't even imagine. Just feel the presence of this doorway of golden white energy. It has opened itself to you, and it's a reflector, and you get it, and you can feel the presence of a physical image of yourself with your eyes brimming with light. And as you do this, your entire reflection starts to transform into a... You see it. It's like everything hazes out, and all you see is light. And this light is all to itself. But within it is your true self. And you have this higher self, and you know that this higher self is the spirit of your heart. Now take a moment. As you is the purity of this golden white light. And see you bouncing on you, in and around. Recognize this as the spirit of your high. Take a moment and begin to breathe this energy in. Embrace this as your full awareness. And relax. Breathe. Thank you for continue with this. out of your cellular memory, it's you. Relax as this heart form and present. Take a deep breath now, relax body, material body, for participating, receiving this is expressed. Be it your Francis E. Revels at Yahoo, or just use I-A-M, low-M, circle of grace within time, or gmail.com at the end.net. Thank you for this pre-record tomorrow, February the 2013, and physical. Thank you. I really appreciate Jess urging me to keep on with this session. Well, in our very next moment that we are coming together, grace is a blessing. As